name is Jim Spann, and I'm running for City Council District 5. I've lived in Atlantic City for 60 years. The last 40 years, I've been very much involved in community activities and events and things going on. Either through the Chamber of Commerce, the school board, I was on the City Council one time before, other things that I've been involved in. I spent 30 years in the textile business, managing multi-million-dollar plants with multi-million-dollar budgets. And at one time, I had over 500 employees. Atlantic City, Janet and I have been married 45 years. We have 2 sons and 4 grandchildren. And Atlantic City has been good to us. It's been a good place to live, a good place to raise our families. And I'd just like to have the opportunity to try to give something back and to make it a better place to live and a better place to work. Thank you.
Jim, 3 questions. First question, what role do you see the city taking in partnership with Russell Brand's Fruit of Bloom in using portions of the Russell campus for economic development in Alexander City?
I think the city, we need to do a better job of marketing what we have available out there. And we need to use the 280 corridor to help us do that. You know, we have a website on the Economic Development Partnership of Alabama, but it doesn't show, it shows very little of what's available around here. So I think we need to develop our website, increase our website. With the city working with fruit, there are buildings out there that will not be real usable, but there are 3 or 4 that will be very usable. So I think we can, I think the biggest thing that we're not doing is marketing. I don't think we market our city well. I don't think we market industrially. I don't think we market from a retail standpoint. So that's where I think our main focus should be.
Thank you. Next question. Specifically, what leadership experience do you have that supports your ability to manage the affairs of Alexander City?
Well, I spent 30 years in the textile business, as I said earlier. Ran multi-million-dollar mills, helped build new mills. At one time had almost 600 employees. So I'm familiar with managing people, managing operations, establishing budgets, meeting budgets. I think the other thing about it, I'm idealistic to one point, but I'm also realistic. And I think you have to be that way. If we're going to think little, we're going to do little. If we want to do big, we've got to think big. So I just think that I have ideas. I'm sure other council members, potential council people have ideas also. But the biggest thing is just I've been in management for years and years, and I've had big responsibilities and big budgets. So I think I can translate that to the city.
Okay, thank you. Third question, long question. How would you enhance the working relationship between the city, the Chamber of Commerce, and the Lake Martin Economic Development Alliance in order to market Alexander City and attract solid middle-income jobs?
Well, I think we all need to be singing from the same sheet of music. And we're not always doing that. You know, it can't be big eyes and little U's in this thing. We've got to say, this is our city. This, you know, the things that have happened around here, the people have made them happen. If the chamber has a lead, or if the EDA has a lead, or the city has a lead, we all need to work together to address that lead. Follow up with those people. Go see them. You know, find them, look them up, call them, do whatever we have to do. I see no reason for us to have 3 entities and us not work together. We ought to have a common goal. We ought to work together to reach that common goal, and don't worry about who gets the praise and the glory. It has nothing to do with praise and glory. It has to do with our city and the future of our city and the prosperity of our city and the growth of our city. So I'm kind of simple-minded. So I tend to pull all those 3 together and say, okay, this is it. Let's start. Let's start working together and quit working against one another.
Thank you, Bud.
You know, as I look out on this crowd, I know myself, and maybe most of you, we all remember the good old days. That's when Russell was wide open. Willie, remember the good old days. Russell was wide open. We had full employment in this city. The foundries were working. The mills were operating. We had 7,000 employees, and we were prospering. And those were the good old days. We weathered the recessions of the 70s and the 80s. We got through them, and we had those recessions we actually built. We grew, and we had more jobs. Well, that was then. This is now. Now and then are two different things. They're not the model life. Now, we can't live in the past, and I think it's a mistake to live in the past. I love Russell. I was there for 22 years, but again, that's over and gone. So we need to look for something different. So I think what we got to do is focus on the future. We got to start right here and go forward. And although many of our jobs are gone, the people that made all this happen are still here. A lot of them have passed on and left us, but a lot of them are still here. The people that made all this happen are still in this town. They accomplished a lot in the past, and I think we can do it again. I think we need to take pride in our city, pride in what we've done in the past, pride in what we're going to do in the future. I still strongly believe that we should market Emmett City as a destination, not just a place, a destination. This is a place to come live, work, enjoy recreation, worship, prosper, educate your children, you know, whatever. It needs to be some place to come to and want to stay there. We need to move forward and not become comfortable with the status quo. Where we are now is not where we want to be. So knowing that, we need to forget